Welcome to another video where I am officially 25. I love the sound of what sounds like people breaking in. Yippee! In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about kind of like my 5-year plan and what the hell I want to do with my life, because that's been a huge thought for me. I feel like 25 hit and my frontal lobe has been fusing and actually working, and so I really want to just kind of take some time to talk about what 25 is going to look like for me, and then what my 5-year plan is. Because I feel like as well, stereotypically women get asked a lot like, oh, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Or like, what is your 5-year plan? Or what are you doing? And why haven't you sorted it out yet? And it's so many questions and it feels overwhelming. I never have a true answer. I never did in the past, because I didn't think I'd make it past 13. I didn't think I'd make it past 18. I didn't think I'd make it past 21. And I'm 25. So I'm very proud to just continue every single day. Some days are a lot harder than I care to admit, and other days it feels like pure joy and sunshine and bliss, and it's such a weird juxtaposition, but it's amazing. I don't know, I like being happy. So I kind of just want to talk about what's in my 5-year plan. So the first thing in my 5-year plan is I want to complete this university degree. And also, just for reference, my 5-year plan stands from 2025 to 2030. So I know we're like near the end of 2025, but I wanted to do it more from like as well like age 25 to age 30, which is a 5-year gap. So let's talk about it. It's my last year of this degree, so I want to finish this degree and then do a diploma in project management, because I actually want to become a project manager within the next 5 years. It's definitely easier said than done, but it's something I really want to actually work towards and gravitate towards. I've always loved the concept and the idea of project management, and I got to do a quite decent chunk of it in university for a project, and not only did I excel in it, I actually felt confident in the work I was doing, and it made me really happy. I got to take my obsessive organizational skills and receipts for communication and time planning and time management into a career, and it made me realize that this was probably something I was designed for. With my extensive whiteboards all over the place, to constant to-do lists and writing things down, keeping evidence, keeping track, organizing every micro aspect of my life, to putting that into a career, something I can make money out of. Yeah, I think I'll take that. And I am disappointed in myself. It took me so long to figure that out, but I still figured it out. So I need to not put as much pressure on myself and just be like, you know what, I'm working on it. So next year in 2026 is when I will be fully working on it, doing the diploma, finding jobs, working in that field, and just trying to hit the ground running when it comes to project management aspects. The rest of this year, whatever is left of 2025, I want to focus on finishing my education, and then whatever is then left of that, just focus on myself. I've been spending a lot of years, these past couple of years, from 2021 to, well, this year, trying to be mentally stable, mentally in a mentally happy place. And I definitely can say I'm a lot more stable than what I was back in 2021. I'm a lot more coherent, a lot better, and I've got a lot more tactics, and I at least now know when something happens, what causes it, instead of being in this constant why is this happening? What does this mean? I don't know. So that is exciting for me. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna move over slightly. I'm gonna do my little to-do list here. So number 1 is finish this degree. Number 2, do a diploma in project management. Number 3, find a job in project management. Within this 5-year period, I also want to get engaged. That would be my goal. My dream is to get married in 2030, which is at the end of the 5 years, because I think I'll be 30 by then. My partner will be about 29, 30, so we'll be at an appropriate age where we've spent most of our 20s together, dating and falling in love and figuring out who we are and going through the tumultuous highs and lows of life, so that we can have our 30s onwards to, you know, like, be legally bound to each other, but then also like to focus more on family aspects. I'm not going to include starting a family in my 5-year, because I would prefer to do it after I'm married. But if something happens, something happens. I'm not wishing for something to happen, but there is a bubby. There's like a little toddler walking with her grandmother around, and it's very cute because I've got this up on the window, so if you hear that, I apologize. But I don't want to have kids yet until I'm financially stable, and this is another thing which will happen hopefully in the next 5 years. I want to own a house. And by own, I mean still paying off mortgage, but something I can feasibly have as my own. So I'm not renting somebody else or paying somebody else's mortgage. I'm paying towards my own. That would be so nice. Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with renting. So definitely buying a house of some description. I'd like to get a pet, probably a dog. Matt and I have been talking about potentially getting a corgi, which is definitely feasible, I think, within the next 5 years. And potentially another pet, I don't know, but for now, at least a corgi, because I really want to spend these next 5 years saving a lot of money. Saving is going to be a majority thing, because houses are expensive. Weddings don't have to be expensive, but I already have in my mind what my budget is for my wedding, and I want to stick to it as much as I can. I know it's going to change slightly in the future, but I want it to still stay in the relative sphere of money, and so I want to save for that, and I don't want to be stressed about money. I've spent a lot of my early 20s not being like fully stressed out about money, but just like a constant thought and a constant like, oh god, do I have enough of, like, you know, if I treat myself to XYZ, then do I still have enough for paying utilities and rents and everything else? If I need to take some mental health time, do I still have enough to look after XYZ thing? Those aspects. Within the next 5 years, I will have definitely gone on a trip with my family. And then hopefully at that point in time, within the next 5 years, I want to get at least 3 more tattoos. I don't know if that will be in the next 5 years, but I think at least 2 of the 3 will be in the next 5 years. So that will be something. Yeah, that would be really exciting. I already know what they are. I've thought about them for a while. I have the plans. I don't like just doing something. I have to have it solidified in a plan, prepped, ready to go. What else is there? Oh god. This is exciting. I'm hoping within the next 5 years I've focused a lot more on the style of clothing and looks. I kind of tend to just hide a lot in very overly masculine clothes, very like much t-shirts and track pants, and I think there's nothing wrong with that particular style. I do quite like it a lot, but I also really like the like fantasy historian looks, the like the work pants with like a nice white button up, but then I also feel like that doesn't fit for my everyday wear, that doesn't fit for chilling around the house. So thought wise that would be amazing, but then I also have to keep an eye on like fabrics and textures and all of those different things, and so that's a major thing as well. So it's always a fun time. I think by then, and within the next 5 years, when we get to 2030, I would have been with the love of my life for 8 years or something. So I think that's a really good element to try and like maybe celebrate. I know obviously weddings are like a big celebration, but like to celebrate or do something special. Every year we do a little getaway together for our anniversary. I think it's nice because it kind of gives us that 2 days, 1 day, 3 days to just not think about anything and just love ourselves and each other. I'm hoping in the next 5 years as well, I would have released, I'm gonna say 3 books. I think 3 books. 2 poetry ones and a fantasy one. Or at the very least, if I haven't released the fantasy book, I was close to finishing it. I think I can definitely do at least the 2 poetry books. I think the fantasy one will be close to. I have them fully worked out, planned, prepped and ready. My poetry book, I have one of them that's probably about halfway done. Another one that's probably about a third of the way done. So it's just lots of little steps here and there. I'm trying to think what else. I had another thing. Oh, what was it? I don't know. I'm very up and down with my body. I'm very happy with it at the moment and how it looks. I think just figuring out what defines beauty for me is very difficult, because I think I still really like this hairstyle and look. It's just not what I had deemed as stereotypical beautiful, and I'm continuously training my brain out of that thought process of like, hey, this short hair women are very beautiful, and just because it's not the defined version of what you're used to seeing on media doesn't mean it's any different. So I think just continuing to love, respect and work on myself would be major. But I think honestly, I was also hoping by then as well that Matt would have finished his degree and is at least getting into or starting to work in his chosen career that he wants to do. I just want to see him happy and all the different things. But yeah, it's kind of terrifying thinking of what you want your next 5 years to be, because that's a lot. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of what am I supposed to do? I'm only 25, but to me, 25, the 20s are all about kind of cleaning up your messes from your teens and prepping for the future. And I feel like while that's happening, your mental fortitude and your like everything mentally wise kind of succinks and clicks, and your frontal lobe develops. Like all of these things just work. So I know I'm already halfway through my 20s, which is such a weird sentence to say though, but very fortunate and very thankful that I'm still on this beautiful green earth and that I'm still living life the way that I had hoped I would. So I think this list honestly is enough for 5 years. There's probably some things that I'm missing, like small bits and pieces. I mean, I'll just throw out honorable mentions. Like, I obviously want to hang out with my friends more. I want to be with my family more and my extended family, but also my chosen family as well. So, still making sure I'm looking after myself while also supporting the people around me who love me and have cared for me very much. So, yeah, that's my goal for the next 5 years. thank you all so much for watching. I hope any of this was helpful. It's definitely tricky figuring out what the next 5 years of your life should look like, and if everything went as perfectly as we all thought, then life would be boring. So I'm happy for some chaos to be thrown in, as long as it's not going to break everything too much. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much. Love you all. Good night to my children, and I shall talk to you all soon. Bye.